Good evening. I'm Lisa McDonald for Prime News TV, and here are tonight's top stories. The Trump administration has made a controversial move regarding federal government contracts. According to a memo from the U.S. General Services Administration, the government will no longer require the inclusion of an explicit prohibition against segregated facilities in new federal contracts. With more on that, we have a live report.
We're joined now by DEI labor attorney Jason Schwartz. Mr. Schwartz, thanks so much for joining us. First, just want to ask your initial reaction to the scope of the executive order and the employees placed on leave.
Sure. So nice to be with you. The scope of this order is huge. Really dramatic change, not only for government contractors, but for all private sector corporations.
And Trump notably revoked the executive order signed by LBJ back in 1965, which prohibited discriminatory practices in employment decisions for federal contractors. What sort of immediate impact could we start to see?
So the president, as you said, revoked the 1965 executive order from President Johnson and has flipped the requirements so that government contractors now have to agree not to engage in any sort of DEI program that has a preference based on race or gender. So not only do they get rid of their affirmative action programs, but they have to agree not to engage in certain DEI practices. That's a complete reversal. The OFCCP is now ordered to immediately cease its enforcement efforts under the 1965 Civil Rights Program, and instead, contractors agree, again, that they cannot engage in any kind of preferential DEI programs. And the order suggests that that will be enforced not just by the federal government, but that private citizens are going to be deputized to bring what are called False Claims Act actions in order to enforce that government contractor requirement.
As the debate continues, civil rights advocates emphasize the importance of vigilance to ensure this decision does not lead to broader setbacks in equality and inclusion. Stay with us for more updates. This is Lisa McDonald for Prime News TV, and thanks for watching.